Humans weren't allowed to build warships. They said we couldn't. We built the unstoppable. Jack Carter stood on the bridge of the starship Horizon, looking out at the endless black of space. The stars were bright, but they felt small compared to the limits placed on his people. Humans were not allowed to build warships. The Council of Alien Species had said it many times, in many ways. Humans were too emotional, too reckless, too unpredictable. They could build cargo ships, research vessels, and even mining fleets, but not warships. Any attempt to make a ship capable of battle was forbidden. Jack clenched his fists. He had grown up hearing about these rules, and he had followed them. He had trained to be a captain of exploration vessels. He had studied every detail of human engineering and tactics. Yet, every time he looked at the Council's laws, he felt a deep frustration. Humans were creative. Humans were strong. Humans could think in ways other species could not. And yet the galaxy had a rule that said they could not fight in the stars if they needed to. He turned to Lucas Brown, his chief engineer, who was checking a panel of controls. Lucas was young, but he had an unusual mind. He saw patterns that others missed. His hands moved over the controls with confidence, as if he could speak to the machines. "Lucas," Jack said, "do you ever feel like we're being held back for no reason?" "Every day. The Council thinks they are keeping the galaxy safe. They say humans are dangerous, but maybe we are only dangerous when they try to stop us." Jack nodded slowly. "Maybe. But what can we do? We follow the law, or we face consequences. And the Council is not lenient." Lucas smiled slightly. "That is why I always read the fine print." Jack raised an eyebrow. "Fine print?" Lucas leaned closer. "The law says humans cannot build warships. It does not say humans cannot build advanced ships, defensive ships. Ships for protection. Ships for mining. Ships for research. Warships are forbidden, but anything else can be legal." Jack frowned. "You are saying we can build a warship and call it something else?" Lucas shrugged. "I am saying we can build a ship that can defend humans and still follow the law. The law is clever, but it is also blind in some ways. We just have to be careful." Jack looked out at the stars again. He thought about all the trade routes that humans had to protect with only small, weak escorts. He thought about the pirates that attacked merchant ships, the raiders that stole supplies, and the alien fleets that ignored human warnings. Every day, humans risked their lives with nothing strong to defend them. Emma Stone, the systems designer, walked into the bridge. She carried a tablet full of schematics. Her hair was tied back and her eyes had a sharp focus that made people trust her immediately. "Captain Carter," she said, "I have been working on a design that can be used for defense. It looks like a cargo ship at first, but the systems can be changed quickly. Shields, energy barriers, modular weapons. All legal." Jack looked at the tablet. The designs were complex but clever. "Emma, how long would it take to build one? Not long if we start now." "We already have most of the materials in stock. The real challenge is keeping it hidden from the Council until it is ready." Jack nodded. He felt a spark of hope. "Then we do it. But carefully. We follow the law, but we prepare for what the law refuses to let us do. Protect our people." Lucas grinned. "That is the spirit." The Horizon left orbit and entered a trade route near the edge of human-controlled space. It was a busy route filled with cargo ships and small human fleets. The aliens watched from other species' patrols, and humans had learned to avoid trouble whenever possible. Jack felt a sense of pride. His people had survived without proper warships, using skill, cleverness, and courage. But he also knew this could not last. One night while Jack and Lucas were on the bridge, a small fleet of alien raiders appeared on the scanner. They were fast and heavily armed. Jack felt his stomach tighten. The Council would not send help. Humans would have to face this threat alone. "Lucas, how long until the first defensive modules are ready?" Jack asked. Lucas checked the controls. "A few weeks at best. We are not ready to fight a fleet like this yet, but we can evade them. We have speed, and we have maneuverability." Jack nodded.
Do it!
Take every precaution. I will not lose my people because of their rules. The raiders approached, scanning the horizon. Jack gave the order to activate the ship's stealth systems. The ship shimmered and disappeared from normal sensors. The aliens passed without noticing. Emma joined them on the bridge. That was close, she said. We cannot keep hiding like this forever. Jack looked at her. We will not. Soon we will have ships that can face threats like this. We just have to be patient and careful. The weeks passed, and humans worked quietly. Every day new designs were tested. Lucas and Emma worked together to create systems that could adapt to almost any threat. Energy shields could form walls in space. Drones could be launched to attack or defend. Engines could boost speed in unexpected ways. The modules were designed to be legal, but they were powerful. Jack spent his days training his crew. They practiced maneuvers, emergency drills, and coordination. He wanted every person to be ready, even before the first ships were completed. The Council did not know that humans were quietly preparing. They believed humans were harmless in the field of war. One evening, Jack walked outside in the ship's observation deck. The stars were bright and beautiful. He thought about Earth, the place humans called home. He thought about the courage of his people. They had survived thousands of years of danger without the ability to fight like other species. They had survived because they adapted. They had survived because they were clever. He smiled slightly. We will show them, he whispered to the stars. We will show them what humans can do. Lucas came to the observation deck. You really believe this will work? He asked. Jack nodded. We have no choice. If humans cannot protect themselves, no one else will. The Council will never help. Other species will never help. Only we can protect our people. Lucas nodded, understanding the weight of the words. Then we begin, he said quietly. Jack felt a sense of determination he had never felt before. The law forbidding humans to build warships had not broken them. It had only made them stronger in secret. They would build something unstoppable even if the Council did not allow it. They would use cleverness, skill, and courage to prepare for the day when humans would finally need to defend themselves. Weeks turned into months. The first ship was completed. It looked like a simple cargo ship with rounded edges and storage containers. But inside it was different. It had shields that could wrap around the ship like an invisible wall. It had engines that could move it faster than the Council thought possible. It had drone bays and energy systems that could defend against almost any attack. Jack named the ship the Sentinel. It was not a warship, at least not according to the law. But Jack knew what it could do. It could face fleets and survive. It could protect humans. The crew trained on the Sentinel every day. They learned to use every system, to coordinate their actions, and to trust each other. Jack watched them and felt pride. Humans were not perfect, but they were strong. They were clever. They could overcome any rule if they used their minds and hearts. Then, one morning, a message came from a nearby human colony. Pirates had attacked a trade convoy. The colony begged for help. Jack read the message and clenched his fists. The Council would not respond. Humans had to act alone. He looked at Lucas and Emma. The time has come, he said. We cannot wait any longer. We must protect our people. Lucas nodded. We are ready. The Sentinel is ready. Emma said quietly, the crew is ready too. They will follow you anywhere. Jack smiled. Then we go. We follow the law, but we prepare for what the law cannot allow. We fight to protect humans even if the Council does not approve. The Horizon and the Sentinel left the station. The stars stretched before them like a promise. Humans had been told they could not build warships. Humans had been told they were weak and unpredictable. Humans had been told to follow the rules and accept their limits. But Jack Carter, Lucas Brown, Emma Stone, and the human crew were about to show the galaxy a different truth. Humans were clever. Humans were brave. Humans were unstoppable when they needed to be. And the first battle was only the beginning. The Horizon and the Sentinel moved quietly through human-controlled space, keeping to hidden routes. Jack Carter knew that every system they passed could be dangerous. Alien patrols often scanned for signs of illegal warships. Humans had learned to avoid trouble, but the time had come to stop hiding. The first ship, the Sentinel, had proven that humans could build strong legal vessels, but now it was time to expand. Lucas Brown worked tirelessly in the engineering bay. He was joined by Emma Stone, and together they pored over every system in the Sentinel. "We need more ships," Lucas said, his voice serious. "One is not enough. If the aliens attack in numbers, we could still lose."
Emma nodded. I agree.
"But we have to be careful. Each ship must follow the law. We cannot call them warships or the Council will notice." Lucas grinned. "We can call them anything we want. Mining platforms, rescue vessels, transport fleets. Legal names. But inside they will be unstoppable." Jack listened quietly. He knew that Lucas and Emma were right. Humans had to be clever. Humans had to bend the rules without breaking them. That was their strength. He had seen the Council underestimate them too many times. Over the next weeks, construction began on several new ships. Each was designed to look like a cargo carrier or research vessel. The exteriors were plain and unremarkable, but inside they were different. They had reinforced hulls, energy shields, and modular systems that could quickly be reconfigured. Drones could be launched for defense or reconnaissance. Engines were designed to give bursts of speed that no other species expected. The shipyards were hidden on remote asteroids and abandoned stations. Humans worked in secrecy, using automated systems to avoid detection. Jack visited each site often, walking among the engineers and technicians, encouraging them. Every person knew the importance of their work. Every person understood that the Council had underestimated humanity for too long. One evening, Jack gathered the senior crew. Lucas, Emma, and the others joined him in a small briefing room aboard the Horizon. "We have built one strong ship," Jack said. "The Sentinel has proven that humans can protect themselves. Now we build more. Each ship will be legal, but they will be ready for any threat."
Emma leaned forward. "The designs are ready. We can start building immediately."
"Each ship can be completed in a few weeks if we focus." Lucas added, "And we will use the same systems on each ship. Shields, drones, engines, energy systems. Each one will be powerful, but none will be illegal. The aliens will see cargo ships, not warships." Jack nodded. "Good. But remember, we cannot reveal our full power until we need it. Until then, we hide in plain sight. Humans have always survived because we adapt. Now we use that skill to protect ourselves." The weeks turned into months. Ship after ship was completed. Each one was tested in secret, running simulations against imaginary fleets. Crew members trained tirelessly. Every drill, every maneuver, every calculation prepared them for a future battle they could not yet fight openly. Jack watched the crew one day as they practiced maneuvers in a simulator. He saw determination in their eyes. Humans were not the strongest species in the galaxy. They were not the fastest, or the largest, or the most numerous, but they were clever. They could think in ways that others did not. They could adapt, and they would fight to protect their own. Emma approached Jack. "The fleet is almost ready," she said quietly. 5 ships, fully equipped. Each one looks harmless, but each one can face a real attack." Jack smiled. "Then we have enough to protect trade routes and colonies. We still follow the law, but we are no longer defenseless." Lucas joined them. "There is something else," he said. "I have been working on a hidden system. It is a network that connects all our ships. Shields, energy, drones. They can work together as one. The Council will never see it coming." Jack's eyes widened. "A network? You mean the ships can act as one unit?" Lucas nodded. "Exactly. One ship can defend itself, but 5 together can be unstoppable. No fleet can face them without serious losses." Jack felt a surge of hope. This is what we need. This is what humans can do when the Council underestimates them. Months passed, and the fleet grew stronger. Each ship was completed and added to the network. Crew members became experts in every system. Training was intense, but necessary. The humans learned to work together in ways that no other species expected. Their ships could form shields that covered an entire fleet. Drones could attack enemies while protecting allies. Engines allowed sudden movements that left alien fleets confused. Then one day, a human trade convoy sent an urgent message. Pirates had attacked a transport fleet near the outer colonies. The colonies begged for help. Jack read the message and felt anger. The council would not intervene. Humans had to act alone. He called the senior officers together. "The time has come to see what our fleet can do," Jack said. "We cannot wait any longer. The pirates must be stopped. Our people are in danger." Emma checked the systems. All ships are ready. Shields, drones, engines. The network is fully functional.
"We can coordinate every move instantly," Lucas added, "and we can stay within legal limits."
To the council, we are escorting a convoy. To the pirates, we will be unstoppable. Jack smiled. Then we go. The fleet moves as one, and humans take control of their own destiny. The fleet left the hidden shipyards. From the outside, it looked like a group of ordinary cargo ships. But inside, every system was ready for battle. Crew members manned their stations, hearts beating with anticipation. They had trained for this moment, and now it had arrived. As they approached the trade convoy, scanners picked up the pirates. They were fast and heavily armed. The pirates did not expect resistance. They thought humans would be easy prey. Jack gave the order. "Activate defensive systems. Engage network mode." Suddenly, shields formed around the fleet, connecting every ship. Drones launched silently, moving in perfect coordination. Engines boosted speed, creating sudden movements that confused the pirates. Energy barriers protected the convoy, while hidden weapons deterred attacks. The pirates fired, expecting easy victories. Their attacks bounced off shields. Their drones were intercepted by human drones. Their formations broke as human ships moved unpredictably. The pirates were not ready for the coordination, the cleverness, or the speed of the human fleet. Emma watched from the bridge of the Sentinel. "It is working perfectly. Shields, drones, engines, all synchronized." Lucas nodded. "The network is stronger than I imagined. Even 5 ships can face a fleet twice their size." Jack looked at the battle unfolding. Humans had been told they could not defend themselves. Humans had been told they were weak. Humans had been told to follow the rules and accept limits. Now, humans were showing a different truth. The pirates, shocked and confused, began to retreat. Their ships were damaged, their drones destroyed, and their morale broken. Humans had protected the convoy without firing a single illegal weapon. The council could not accuse them of breaking the law. The humans had followed the rules while proving they were not to be underestimated. Jack allowed himself a small smile.
"We did it," he said quietly. "Humans can protect their own.
And no one can stop us if we work together." Emma looked at him. "This is only the beginning. The council will notice soon. Other species will learn that humans are clever and strong. We need to be ready." Lucas nodded.
"And we will be. The fleet is growing."
"The systems are improving. Humans are not the species to be underestimated." Jack looked out at the stars. He thought about Earth, the colonies, and every human who depended on them. He felt pride. Humans had survived countless challenges, always adapting, always learning. Now, they were not only surviving, they were strong, prepared, and unstoppable when needed. The fleet returned the convoy safely to human space. The colonists cheered, grateful for the unexpected protection. The humans aboard the fleet felt satisfaction, knowing their efforts had saved lives without breaking the law. They had bent the rules, used their minds, and shown their strength. Jack met his crew in the observation deck. "We have proven ourselves today," he said. "But we cannot stop here. Humans must continue to grow stronger. We must continue to build, to train, to prepare. One day the Council will test us, or the galaxy will send a threat we cannot ignore. We must be ready." Emma smiled. "Then we continue building. More ships, better systems, stronger networks. We will be ready for anything. Lucas added, and all within the law. They will never see it coming until it is too late. Jack nodded. Humans have always survived because we adapt. Now we will survive because we are clever, brave, and unstoppable. As the fleet moved back to its hidden shipyards, Jack felt hope and determination. The humans had started building a future where they were no longer helpless. They had begun constructing a fleet that could face any threat, and they had begun showing the galaxy that humans were not to be underestimated. The Council had forbidden humans from building warships, but humans had found a way to build power in secret. They had built a fleet that was legal, clever, and unstoppable, and the first test of their new strength had only just begun. The human fleet had returned from its first successful mission, and the crew felt a quiet sense of pride. They had protected the convoy, defeated the pirates, and proven that humans could be clever and brave. But Jack Carter knew this was only the beginning. Out in the galaxy there were threats far stronger than pirates. The Council had warned humans to remain weak, but now the humans had begun to show what they could do. One morning, the horizon picked up unusual readings. On the long-range sensors, a massive alien fleet appeared near human space. Jack leaned over the controls, his face tense. "Scan the fleet," he ordered. "Identify their species and strength." Lucas Brown ran the analysis. "Captain, these ships are not small raiders. They are military-grade vessels, fully armed. They are not here for trade. This is an attack fleet."
Emma Stone joined them on the bridge.
"Do we know how many ships?" she asked. Lucas shook his head. "The sensors cannot get a full count. There could be dozens or even hundreds. They are powerful, and they move in perfect formation. This is not a random attack. This is a planned strike." Jack felt a surge of determination. "We have trained for this. The fleet is ready. We will not let our people suffer because the Council forbids humans from defending themselves." From a distance it looked like a small group of ordinary cargo ships, just as the humans had planned, but inside the ships were fully armed with defensive systems. Shields wrapped around each vessel, drones hovered silently, and energy barriers could protect the entire formation.
As the alien fleet approached, Jack called his senior officers to the bridge.
"This is our first real test," he said. "Remember, we fight to defend, not to attack. We follow the law, but we do not let them harm our people. Every system is ready. Every crew member knows their role. We can do this."
Emma nodded. "The network is online."
Shields, drones, engines, energy systems, all connected. We can move as one unit. No fleet can break our formation. Lucas added, "And remember, we are faster and smarter than they expect. Humans adapt. That is our advantage." Jack felt a surge of pride. Humans had always survived by thinking ahead, by using cleverness instead of strength alone. This was no different. They had designed a fleet that could outthink any enemy. The alien fleet opened fire first. Energy beams streaked through space toward the human ships. Jack gave the order to activate shields. A shimmering wall of energy formed around the fleet, absorbing the attacks. Drones launched immediately, intercepting incoming fire and disabling enemy ships with precise strikes. The humans moved in unexpected ways. Engines boosted suddenly, changing their positions in ways the aliens could not anticipate. Energy barriers appeared in new formations, protecting vulnerable ships. The alien commanders shouted orders, but their formations broke under the unpredictability of the human fleet. Emma monitored the systems, her eyes scanning every panel. Shields are holding. Drones are in position. Engines are performing beyond expectations. The network is functioning perfectly. Lucas nodded. "The enemy is confused. They cannot predict our moves. Their weapons are missing most of the targets." Jack felt a thrill. Humans had been told they were weak. Humans had been told they could not fight. Humans had been told to obey the Council and accept limits. Now, the humans were proving a different truth. The aliens tried to regroup, forming a defensive line to counter the human tactics. But the humans were faster. The Sentinel and the other ships moved as one, surrounding the alien fleet. Drones attacked from multiple directions. Energy barriers forced the enemy to change course, and sudden boosts of speed disrupted their formations. One alien ship fired a concentrated energy blast at the Sentinel. Jack watched as the shield absorbed it, and a counter-drone disabled the weapon in seconds. The crew cheered quietly. Humans had trained for this, and now they were seeing the results. Emma called out, "The network can expand. We can connect all ships and cover a larger area. They cannot break through." Lucas adjusted the controls. "I am linking the last 2 ships. The shield now covers the entire fleet. Drones are everywhere. Their weapons are useless."
Jack nodded. "Excellent. Keep pushing. Protect the convoy and human space.
Show them what humans can do." The alien fleet tried to retreat, but the humans had anticipated this. Drones intercepted the fastest ships. Energy barriers blocked escape routes, and the human ships moved in coordinated patterns that forced the aliens to slow down. Within moments, the aliens were surrounded. Jack felt a surge of pride. The humans had not fired illegal weapons. They had not attacked first. They had only defended themselves, using clever design, training, and coordination. The Council could not accuse them of breaking the law, and yet the aliens were powerless. Lucas smiled. "They are retreating. The fleet cannot handle our coordination. They are not used to humans thinking like this." Emma added, "And they never will. Humans adapt faster than anyone expects. We win because we are smart, not because we are the strongest." Jack looked out at the stars. He thought about Earth and every colony that depended on human protection. He felt pride and determination. Humans had been underestimated for centuries. Now, they were unstoppable when needed. The aliens fled, leaving behind damaged ships and confusion. Humans had defended themselves without breaking the law. The convoy was safe, the colonies were protected, and the fleet had proven that humans were clever, brave, and unstoppable. After the battle, Jack gathered his crew on the observation deck. "We have passed our first real test," he said. "The Council will notice soon. Other species will notice soon. But we are ready. Humans survive because we think ahead. Humans survive because we work together. Humans survive because we never give up." Emma smiled. "And now the fleet is stronger than ever. We can face any threat that comes our way." Lucas nodded.
"And we will continue improving. Shields, drones, engines, networks."
"We learn with every battle. We adapt with every challenge." Jack looked out at the stars. He thought about the future. Humans had been told they could not build warships. They had been told they could not defend themselves. They had been told to accept limits. But humans had found a way to bend the rules to prepare for the day when the galaxy would test them. "The Council will never stop us," Jack said quietly. "Other species will never stop us. Humans are clever. Humans are brave. And humans are unstoppable when we need to be." The fleet returned to human space as heroes. Colonies cheered, grateful for the unexpected protection. Crew members felt satisfaction knowing their cleverness had saved lives. They had fought without breaking the law, proving that humans were not weak, not predictable, and not to be underestimated. Jack met his senior officers in the briefing room. "This is only the beginning," he said. "The galaxy will test us again. The Council may try to limit us further. Other species may challenge us, but we will be ready. We will continue to build, to train, to adapt. Humans do not follow rules blindly. Humans create solutions. Humans survive."
Emma added, "And now we know our fleet works. We can face threats even larger than this."
"We can protect human space, and we can do it legally." Lucas nodded. "The next time it will not just be pirates. It may be an empire, a fleet sent to conquer us. But we will be ready. Humans always are."
Jack looked at both of them and nodded.
Then we continue. We grow stronger, faster, smarter.
"We protect our people. We show the galaxy what humans can do."
One day no one will underestimate us again. The fleet returned to its hidden shipyards, carrying with it experience, confidence, and the knowledge that humans were not only clever, but unstoppable when they worked together. The Council had forbidden humans from building warships, but humans had found a way to bend the rules, to prepare in secret, and to defend themselves. The stars stretched before them like a promise. Humans had survived countless challenges by thinking ahead, by working together, and by never giving up. Now, they were not just surviving. They were strong, clever, and ready for whatever the galaxy could send at them next. And this first real battle against a superior alien fleet had shown one clear truth. Humans were no longer weak. Humans were no longer predictable. Humans were unstoppable. The human fleet had returned from its first real battle victorious. But the consequences of that victory were just beginning. News of what had happened spread faster than Jack Carter had imagined. Alien merchants, travelers, and spies carried the word back to their home worlds. Videos, intercepted signals, and scattered reports told the story. Humans had fought a fleet of trained alien warships and survived. Not only had they survived, but they had done so with intelligence, coordination, and cunning that no other species had expected. In a distant council chamber, representatives of various alien empires gathered. Holographic screens displayed reports from human space. Aliens whispered among themselves. Some were angry, some were afraid. "They are not supposed to be able to fight," one representative said. His voice was sharp and full of disbelief. "Humans are forbidden from building warships." "How could they do this?" Another representative, a taller alien with green skin and 4 arms, spoke. "They have no right." "This is illegal. The Council must act. If humans are allowed to build fleets, the balance of power will collapse." Yet another voice, smaller and shrill, said, "It is clever. Too clever. They are not just building ships. They are designing a system. A network. They coordinate like no other species." It is terrifying. Back in human space, Jack Carter and his senior officers watched reports of alien reactions. Lucas Brown leaned over a console. "They are scared," he said quietly. "They thought humans were weak. They thought we would follow the rules and stay small. Now they know the truth." Bama Stone shook her head. "They cannot understand humans. We adapt faster than they expect. We learn from every situation. We think differently." Jack nodded. "And that is why we survive. And that is why we will continue to grow stronger." The Council sent a delegation to human space, officially to investigate the fleet. In reality, they were trying to understand how humans had built ships that could face trained fleets without breaking the law. Jack met with a delegation aboard the Horizon. They looked human ships over with suspicion, scanning every system. "You have clearly bent the law," said one alien officer. "These ships are not what the Council allows. They are more powerful than any research or cargo vessel." Jack smiled calmly. "We have followed the law exactly. Every system is legal. You see only cargo ships and research vessels. We defend ourselves. Nothing more." The alien delegation did not understand. To them, the humans had broken the rules. But legally, they had done nothing wrong. Every system had been classified, documented, and registered. Humans had not fired illegal weapons, not attacked first, and not claimed any illegal territory. They had simply used clever design, skill, and coordination to survive. After the delegation left, whispers spread across the galaxy. Human colonies were suddenly viewed differently. Rival species watched their trade routes more carefully. Pirates feared humans more than before. Even merchants who had once ignored human warnings began to request escorts. Humans had become a force the galaxy could not ignore. Back aboard the Sentinel, Jack gathered his crew. "The galaxy has learned something important," he said. "They thought humans were weak. They thought we would follow rules blindly. They were wrong. Now they know we are clever, brave, and unstoppable." Lucas leaned back in his chair.
It is amazing.
"They are scared, but we have done nothing illegal. All we have done is think differently. That is all humans need to survive and protect themselves." Emma smiled. "And we continue building. More ships, more systems, more coordination. Every day, humans will be stronger.
And every day the galaxy will respect or fear us more.
Jack felt a deep satisfaction. Humans had always survived against impossible odds. They had always adapted and overcome. Now, they were no longer just surviving. They were strong enough to change the galaxy's perception of them. The fleet continued to expand. Each new ship added to the network increased their strength exponentially. Shields could now cover twice as many ships. Drones could swarm larger enemy formations. Engines allowed sudden maneuvers that no alien fleet could predict. The human fleet had become more than a defensive measure. It had become a symbol. Colonists began calling them the Unstoppable. The name spread quickly. Wherever humans traveled, other species whispered it. They had seen a species once thought weak stand against a fleet and survive. They had seen humans think faster, adapt faster, and act faster. They had seen a species that did not need brute strength to protect its people. Jack met with his senior officers one evening.
The Unstoppable is no longer just a nickname, he said. It is a warning.
Humans are clever. Humans are prepared. And humans will not be defeated because of laws that try to hold them back.
Lucas nodded.
We have proven that creativity and coordination are stronger than pure firepower. One day the Council will have to recognize it. And when they do, we will be ready for anything.
Emma added. And even if they do not recognize it, we will continue building. The galaxy cannot stop humans when we think ahead.
News reached them that alien empires were sending small fleets to human trade routes, testing human defenses. Each time, the humans used the fleet network to defend themselves without breaking the law. Drones, shields, energy barriers, and unexpected maneuvers protected the convoys every time. The aliens were frustrated. They had expected humans to be weak, slow, and predictable. They were none of those things. One morning, a report arrived from a distant colony. A group of alien raiders had attacked, expecting an easy fight. The humans responded with a small fleet, no larger than 5 ships, and yet the aliens were forced to retreat. Shields blocked every attack, drones disabled their weapons, and engines allowed sudden movements they could not predict. Jack watched the reports with quiet pride. They cannot stop us, he said. Humans are clever, and humans work together. That is why we survive. Lucas smiled. Every fleet we build, every system we add increases our power. Every battle teaches us something new. Humans are unstoppable because we never stop learning.
Emma nodded.
And every time the galaxy tests us, we prove them wrong. They expect weakness, but we show strength. We are clever, adaptable, and prepared. Jack stood on the observation deck, looking out at the stars. The galaxy had always underestimated humans. Other species had thought humans were fragile, reckless, and easy to defeat. They had been wrong. Humans had survived countless challenges because they adapted, because they worked together, because they never gave up. And now, humans had a fleet that proved it. They had ships that could defend colonies, protect trade routes, and survive battles that other species would not endure. They had systems no one else had thought of, tactics no one else could predict, and courage that no one else could match. The galaxy was beginning to fear humans, and Jack knew it. But humans were not cruel. Humans did not seek conquest or revenge. Humans sought only to survive, to protect their people, and to ensure that their colonies and trade routes remained safe. The Council sent emissaries again, this time demanding explanations. Jack met them calmly. We follow the law, he said.
We have built no illegal weapons. We defend humans.
That is all. The Council may be uncomfortable, but we have done nothing wrong. The emissaries were frustrated. They could not find a legal reason to stop the humans. And yet they feared what humans had become. Humans had built a fleet that could survive attacks from superior forces. Humans had coordinated ships like no other species. Humans had proven that intelligence, coordination, and courage could match or exceed brute force. Jack returned to the observation deck after the meeting. Lucas joined him.
They are scared, Lucas said. They do not know how to respond.
Humans are not supposed to be this clever.
Jack nodded. And that is why we must continue.
We cannot stop now. Every day we grow stronger, smarter, and more prepared. Humans survive because we think ahead. Humans survive because we never give up. Humans survive because we are unstoppable.
Emma joined them, and every battle, every threat, every test only makes us stronger. We are not just surviving anymore.
We are showing the galaxy what humans can do. Jack looked at them both.
The unstoppable is more than a name.
It is the truth. Humans have been underestimated for too long. The galaxy has learned that humans cannot be ignored. We will continue to grow, to build, and to defend. And one day every species will respect us for what we are. Clever, brave, and unstoppable. As the human fleet moved through the stars, they continued to build new ships, strengthen their systems, and train their crews. Each day they grew more powerful. Each day the galaxy learned a little more about humans. Each day the name Unstoppable carried more weight. And Jack Carter knew one thing clearly. The humans had only just begun. The Council had forbidden them from building warships, but humans had found a way to bend the law, to prepare, and to survive. They had built fleets that no other species could match in coordination, cleverness, and adaptability. The galaxy had learned to fear them. The galaxy had learned that humans could not be underestimated, and humans would continue to grow stronger until they became truly unstoppable. The humans had shown the galaxy their power, and the reactions were undeniable. Reports from every major system spoke of the unstoppable fleet, a human formation that could defend colonies, protect trade routes, and survive battles with superior forces. Alien empires had begun to reconsider their assumptions. They had always seen humans as weak, reckless, and unpredictable. Now they saw something else. Humans were clever, brave, and unstoppable when they needed to be. The Council called an emergency summit. Delegates from every major empire gathered in a massive chamber, their voices loud with concern and debate. Screens displayed images and recordings of human ships, their drones, and the networked shields that had protected entire convoys.
They have broken the balance of power, one alien representative said. His voice shook with anger.
Humans are forbidden from warships, yet they have built a fleet that can defeat trained military forces. We cannot allow this to continue. Another delegate, quieter but older, said, "They have followed the law exactly. The ships are legal, and they have not attacked first, yet their cleverness has given them unmatched power. This is unprecedented." A younger delegate added, "If humans continue to grow, they will dominate trade routes, colonies, and eventually influence the Council itself. We cannot underestimate them any longer." Back in human space, Jack Carter and his senior officers watched the reports. The Council may have been nervous, but the humans had nothing to fear. They had built their fleet carefully within the law, and they had trained their crews to act with courage and intelligence. Emma Stone said quietly, "They are scared. The Council, the aliens, everyone. They do not know how to stop humans." Lucas Brown nodded.
And they never will. Humans adapt.
Humans think faster than they expect. Humans survive because we are clever, not because we are the strongest.
Jack smiled. Then we continue.
We are not here to attack anyone. We are here to protect our people.
But we will not be weak, and we will not be underestimated. The Council finally sent an official delegation to human space to negotiate.
This time, the humans were ready. Jack met them aboard the Sentinel, his calm confidence radiating to the crew and the aliens alike.
"You have built ships that can survive against trained fleets," one alien officer said.
"This fleet is more powerful than anything legal for humans." "Explain yourselves." Jack looked at him steadily. "We have followed the law exactly. Every system is legal. We have defended humans without breaking the rules. That is all. We do not seek to dominate or conquer. We seek only to survive, to protect our colonies, and to ensure our people are safe." The aliens were frustrated. They had seen humans fight, survive, and protect. They had seen humans act with intelligence and coordination beyond anything they expected. Yet the humans had done nothing illegal. There was no excuse for the council to punish them. Emma Stone stepped forward.
The fleet is not a war fleet.
It is a defensive fleet.
We protect trade routes, colonies, and civilians. That is our mission.
The law does not forbid protection, only warships. We follow the law and use our minds to ensure the safety of humans, Lucas Brown added. And if other species wish to test us, they will find that humans are clever, coordinated, and prepared. That is how we survive. That is how humans have survived for thousands of years. That is how we will continue to survive. The council realized the truth. Humans had bent the rules, but they had not broken them. They had shown ingenuity, courage, and cleverness, all without violating the law. They had changed the galaxy's perception of their species, and nothing the council could do would stop it. Jack turned to his senior officers. The galaxy has learned a lesson. Humans are clever. Humans are brave. Humans are unstoppable. Now we must continue to grow stronger. We must continue to build, to train, and to protect. This is only the beginning. The human fleet expanded quickly. Every new ship added to the network increased their defensive power. Shields could cover more vessels, drones could intercept more attacks, and energy barriers could protect entire convoys. The fleet was no longer just a small group of ships. It was a symbol of human survival and intelligence. Human colonies began requesting escorts more often. Trade routes became safer under the protection of the fleet. Even alien species that had once ignored human warnings began to seek alliances, understanding that humans could not be underestimated. Jack met with his crew on the bridge of the Sentinel.
We have proven ourselves, he said. We have shown the galaxy that humans are clever, adaptable, and strong.
But this is not the end. We must continue to grow. Humans survive because we think ahead, because we work together, and because we never give up.
Emma nodded.
And every new ship we build, every new system we add, every new tactic we develop makes us stronger. The fleet will continue to improve. Humans will continue to protect their people. Lucas added, and the galaxy will continue to respect us, or fear us, because they know humans cannot be ignored. Jack smiled. He felt pride in every member of his crew. They had trained tirelessly, learned every system, and coordinated flawlessly. They had faced threats that would have destroyed weaker species. They had survived because they used intelligence, coordination, and courage. The Council sent a final message to human space. It was an acknowledgement of the humans' abilities. No longer could they forbid humans from building ships or acting to protect their people. The law had failed to contain human ingenuity. The Council recognized that humans had created a fleet that was legal, clever, and powerful. Jack read the message aloud to his crew. The Council finally understands. Humans cannot be limited by rules that underestimate us. We are recognized for our ability to survive and defend our people. This is a historic moment.
Emma smiled. And now we can continue without fear of punishment.
We can keep building, training, and improving. Humans will continue to protect the galaxy wherever we are needed. Lucas nodded, and every other species knows it. We have proven that humans are not weak, not predictable, and not easy to defeat. The unstoppable is more than a name. It is the truth. Jack looked at the stars through the observation deck. He thought about Earth, the colonies, and every human who had depended on them. Humans had survived countless challenges, always adapting, always overcoming. Now they were no longer just surviving. They were respected, recognized, and prepared to face anything the galaxy could send at them. He turned to his crew.
Humans have always survived because we think ahead.
Humans have always survived because we work together. Humans have always survived because we never give up. Now humans have proven we can protect ourselves and our people in ways no one expected. This is our moment. This is our future. The fleet continued to expand, each ship more advanced than the last. Every crew member was trained, every system optimized, and every tactic improved. The unstoppable fleet became a symbol of human ingenuity and courage. Wherever humans traveled, the name inspired confidence among allies and caution among potential enemies. Jack knew that this was only the beginning. The galaxy would continue to challenge humans. There would be tests, threats, and battles ahead. But humans were ready. They had proven that intelligence, coordination, and courage could overcome any obstacle. They had proven that creativity and adaptability were as strong as the largest weapons. They had proven that humans were unstoppable. And so the humans of Earth and the colonies continued to build, to train, and to protect. Their ships moved through space as a network of strength and intelligence, unseen yet powerful, legal yet capable of facing any threat. They had bent the rules without breaking them. They had survived when others expected them to fail. The galaxy had learned a simple truth: humans cannot be underestimated. Humans cannot be ignored. Humans are clever, brave, and unstoppable. Jack Carter stood on the observation deck of the Sentinel, watching the stars stretch into the distance. He felt pride, determination, and hope. The humans had survived countless challenges, and now they had created a fleet that could face anything. The Council had recognized it. The galaxy had learned it. And one day, the unstoppable fleet would show that humans were not just surviving, they were shaping the future of the stars. Jack smiled. "We are humans," he said quietly. "We are clever. We are brave. We are unstoppable, and the galaxy will never forget it."